I liked it. Now, before I get started, ladies, Channing Tatum, he's still like super sexy, right? That noise did not come out of that woman's mouth. That was her lady parts whistling in pleasure at the thought of Channing Tatum. And guys, look closely to all the women. Every time I say Channing Tatum, their breasts will actually start to wag back and forth like a happy dog's tail. It's subtle, but it's there. I bring it up because there's only two things that my wife actually loves in this world. And the first one is Channing Tatum. And the second one is really, really tall guys. So as you can see, she has horrible decision-making skills. Because this is a wreck. Like a lady. I feel like I'm so feminine. On a good day, I could probably be casted in a Monistat 1 commercial. Just me, like, frolicking through a field of wildflowers, talking about how fresh I am. I could pull it off. We were watching ETV one day, and it was an expose on Channing Tatum. And they were like, it was like before one of his G.I. Joe movies. And he's like working on, he's, getting all sexed up and stuff and sweaty. And the announcer goes, Channing Tatum, standing at 6 feet tall. And I look over to my wife, and I can see all the happiness get sucked out of her face. And she goes, Channing Tatum's only 6 feet tall? He's a little short. Which makes me happy, because at 26, I only need to grow 4 more inches, and I'll be considered a little short in her eyes. Brings happiness to my soul. But I got good news for me about that. I got good news for everybody. Because I have a theory that everybody in the world is good looking. Like we're all born a solid 6 or 7 out of 10. Now, of course, there are exceptions to the rule. Like Ron Perlman. There is no amount of vanilla extract cream or Botox injections that can make that man look like a genetically sound human being. His bone structure looks like it was built out of construction scaffolding. Same thing with Danny DeVito. I feel like Danny DeVito started off as like a little pile of rabbit turds. Yeah, like somehow got struck by lightning and garnered up a heartbeat. And that's his origin story. That's how Danny DeVito was born. A lot of Danny DeVito haters in the room tonight. I hated that movie Twins. Horrible. But like I said, we're all born good looking. We're all like a 6 or 7 out of 10. But the problem is, we can't take this as a compliment. Because if you look around, we're horrible looking. We're disgusting. Like as a population, we're disgusting. Which means that you're most likely ugly, and it's nobody's fault but your own. It's all your own decisions, Your hair, your mannerisms, that weird poncho you wear that looks like an old farm dog with liver problems has been urinating on it for the last 7 years. These things add up and make you look disgusting. Now look, I know I'm not the best looking guy in the world, but I can admit it. Got a big nose, I'm short, got the cup size of a preteen girl that just hit her first cycle. And I look like a terrorist you could easily beat up. There. My crap's out of the way, we're going to focus on everybody else. Now, there's 2 things that you gotta really take care of, I feel like, in order to be good looking. And the first one's your hair, and the second one's your teeth. Those 2 things, and you're pretty much all set. And we're gonna start with the hair. And when I say take care of your hair, it's not very, expensive or hard to maintain. I don't mean you have to go to some weird stylist named Stefan that's gonna, charge you $80 to put a rare anal secretion from a horse on your scalp to exfoliate it while blaring French house music in your face. No. Just put a comb through it. Wash it every couple of weeks. Don't get a rat tail. You're set. You're good. Now the second thing, your teeth. The second thing is your teeth. Which, that's harder. That's more expensive. That's harder to maintain. And I feel like there has to be a conscious effort by your parents at a very young age to keep your teeth in line, or it's not going to work out when you're older. If since age 5, Dad's been cracking open beer bottles on your 2 front teeth, and dinner was a package of skull chewing tobacco, you're going to have problems down the line. Smile with your lips pressed firmly together. Go about your business. Now, the proof that my theory works are celebrities, because they're the same as you and me. They're all humans, but they look better, and the reason is they got the money, they got the time, they got the people around them to make them look attractive. You know, like look at Taylor Swift. Broad should not look that good. Taylor Swift's from the South. She should be living in a double wide, barefoot, pregnant, wearing an old Dan Marino jersey, getting high off of the propane tank she uses to heat up her Hot Pockets. Nothing ages a gal quicker than living in a trailer and taking hits off of a poorly maintained batch of meth cooked in an infant bathtub. That'll make you look like an old long-haul trucker's nutsack. But Taylor Swift doesn't look like an old long-haul trucker's nutsack. She looks good because she's got the money and she's got the people around her to do it. Now, I've come to the realization that I'm not very masculine. And I know you're looking at me and you're like, Mark, what are you talking about? You're wearing a boy's medium shirt. Child size 14 husky pants. You own all the Menudo albums. How are you not the epitome of masculine in society today? But it's all fake, my friends. It's all a facade. But I don't think I'm gay. Mainly because I have a wife who'd be upset if I was questioning my sexuality. And I have no urge to go like glitter bomb a state senator. So I don't think that's what it is. I think just personally I'm not into like traditionally masculine things, you know. I'm not crazy into sports. I don't like cars. I'm not into like UFC fighting. I really like Zach Braff. He's America's sweetheart. Are you kidding me? No, you guys not into washed up metrosexual actors that rock a bouffant?